Be like, nope. Not taking chances. Because it's like, you got a couple seconds to generate. Dinosaurs aren't real. This thing's charging pretty fast. It's coming in hot.
I'm like...
I'm a witch. I'm a little witch in fiction.
Oh. I enjoy that hat so much.
Little dinosaur hat.
Oh my goodness.
I'm a dinosaur. She's the Velocipaster.
She's a Velocipaster. We just recently watched the Velocipaster
Oh
on Amazon
God.
Prime.
It puts a whole new level into Perfectly Pawful.
Oh, it's good.
It's a whole other degree. So
It's one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life.
wow. It's Hitchcock, Jackson, Lucas, Velocipaster. Yeah. That's kind of like where we're at right now.
To give you a premise, this pastor loses his parents because parents die.
My God.
It's what they do. And he goes on like this self-discovery of just finding God again over in China. And he receives like this fossil and he cuts himself on it and turns into a velociraptor. I want you to know the only CG used in this movie is for the fire.
Fuck you.
Like,
All right. Let's see an actual movie. This is the award ceremony. The conductor is the winner. He was a little smug about it, but we made him win. We chose him over DJ Grooves because DJ Grooves has a horrible second act. The parade sucks.
yeah.
So we decided to just go into this.
Part of me kind of wants to make a hat. Like all of her little hats.
Yeah?
I just want to have them. And wear
Every
them
time you
all at
see
the
a
same
game,
time.
it's just like, I'm going to make a craft. I'm like, honey, you started 6 crafts, but I want to make another.
I know. I like sadly walked up to you the other night with my phone like, look how pretty this is. It makes me really want to learn how to do it. And you're like, how about?
Hear me out now.
I'm like, no, you're right. And I just sulked back to my chair.
Like, you can do crafts, but just...
I just have to finish them. Like, I have half-started crafts all over the house.
I mean, that's fine. I have half-started stories, half-started games.
Yeah, but yours are all contained onto your computer. Or into the game room.
I'll give you that much. So look who's there. Moustache Girl. So we technically have enough timepieces to enter the final act.
Oh.
Because when you collect 25 timepieces, Moustache Girl steals the show.
For sure.
Yep.
She looks like a little girl I went to school with, minus the mustache.
Minus the mustache? Okay. I think it'd be funnier if it's just like including. The mustache reminds me of a
The
girl that I went to
mustache
school
reminds me.
But no, she infiltrates the Hat Kid spaceship. She's like, all right, where are the timepieces?
I really want her to be like, where's that Roomba?
Yeah, really.
Where's
It's just
that
like,
pesky Roomba?
Oh, I'll take the Roomba. You can keep the timepieces. I am the overlord now.
One of the funniest things I've ever read was about someone who owned a Roomba, and they're like, why you should never own a Roomba if you have a small dog.
Okay.
And it was like, apparently the dog had messed on the floor, and the Roomba just like drove over it, but it trailed it all throughout the house. And the guy writing
Bad
this little
Roomba.
the guy writing this blurb, his verbiage was so funny. And he like drew a map. He was like, here's the trail. And like included a little map of the Roomba.
Oh no.
He was like, we had to put the Roomba down. Oh man, it was just really funny. It was really funny to read.
Where'd you find this?
It was just like one of those like posts,
Okay.
you know.
So there we go. We can go to the final level if we want. But where's the fun in that? There's an entire world we haven't explored yet. Boss battles we haven't encountered. And... oh.
It was an inside job.
Yeah. Okay, so he gave us one timepiece, but he's keeping another.
Oh.
Alright, so we have to go back to Deadbird Studio and crack this egg wide open.
She's just like, son of a bitch, I'm tired of it over there.
They're mine. They belong to me.
Alright, back to Deadbird Studio we go.
I would have to say out of all the places that we went to, it's not that I don't like Dead Bird Studio, but it's my least favorite.
Okay. There are 2 more worlds. Well,
Okay.
there's one more world and then the final act.
Okay.
It's not really a world, it's just one level.
Okay.
But it is a different aesthetic from the rest of the game.
Yeah. I just like, I don't know what it is. This one, I'm just like, it looks really hard.
Okay.
But also, it's just like the characters, I guess. Like, I much rather prefer the Snatcher.
Do you not like birds?
Maybe I don't like birds.
A lost bird. A lost bird who never learned to fly. Have you ever seen the Pirates of the Caribbean sequels?
Yes. But anyway, this girl, like, she just couldn't say tattoo. She kept going, my tattoos.
Are you sure?
She's
just,
British.
Yeah.
So it's just her accent.
Yeah. Is
But
that just how
like,
the Brits say
tattoos.
it? Tattoos.
And I'm just like,
Sounds like to-dos.
I'm like, there are 2 T's. It's
Put it
not
on
a
my
D.
to-do
2
list.
T's. Tattoo. Tattoo.
Sure she wasn't Canadian? What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't know. It's like most of them are British.
Okay.
British. There was one that was German. So it's like, it's a European thing.
Got it.
Which I think it's interesting because some of them that are really heavily tattooed are like, yeah, people think that I'm like a criminal and all this stuff. And I'm
Right.
like, I'm very heavily tattooed and no one has ever accused me of being a criminal. But I also don't have like wild hair. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I have facial piercings, but I don't wear them.
Mm-hmm.
Wear it. It's just one.
The way your luck is, the less metal on your face,
yeah.
the better.
I feel like the less inconspicuous I can make myself, just the better.
Jeez. So yeah, it's creepy here at night. Deadbird Studios when the movies aren't going and the cameras aren't rolling. This is what we must do. And find out the secrets beneath. But what I want is a piece of yarn.
Oh, to get a new hat?
Yep. I want to keep stitching together new hats. Because there's one hat that I need. I forget the number, but I need a certain number of hats to get like this time stop.
Okay.
That is the only way I can complete this one level.
Oh.
So that's basically what I'm building for.
Okay. She's like, don't tell anyone I'm here. I feel like she would have her own, like, theme music.
Oh yeah.
Like Kronk.
She's a playful little kid. There we go.
Yay!
Thank you, thank you. And now for the next trick, we go below Deadbird Studio.
She just gets in the elevator. No
Into
one will
the
see me
elevator.
here. Like, how cute. I feel like I would poke myself in the eye, though, with the teeth on the dinosaur hat.
Oh yeah?
I'd go blind.
Oh no. I was driving to work the other day and there was this like hoagie stand and
Yeah.
someone was in like those dinosaur
I
costumes.
love it.
People go crazy with those dinosaur costumes. I remember the videos of the one like scaring their school because they had like a very like special effects dinosaur and it would be waiting on the other side of the elevator.
Oh,
So
yeah.
people would come out and they'd be like, ah!
Yeah.
The elevator would close the door because all they'd hear is the
roar.
The roar. Mm-hmm. Then they'd be like, nope, not taking chances. Because it's like you got a couple seconds to generate. Dinosaurs aren't real. But this thing's charging pretty fast. It's coming in hot.
I'm like that now where I just like startle pretty easily. But in high school, like if that would have happened, I probably would have stood there because I had zero self-preservation. Be like, oh, you want to kill me? Sure.
Do it.
Go for it. Yeah, I was that kid in high school.
You were that kid. That was me in college. I was just like, hit me, pay my student loans.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I did that too. Anyone driving through campus, I'd be like, I'm just going to walk extra close to the edge of the sidewalk.
I shouted that once because I was just feeling ballsy. I was like, come on, pay those student loans.
I know. I did that once when I was working at the craft store.
Oh, yeah?
I was closer towards the end of my time there when I was just like really, really in a bad mental state. And the way it was set up, there was a road, so the parking lot was on the other side of the road. So we had to cross the road to get to the store. You've been there, you see how it is.
Okay.
And there was a stop sign for us to cross, but no one ever stops at it. And
oh my god, come on.
I was walking across the street because I saw a car coming, but there's a stop sign, so I was like, you know what? F it, I'm going.
All right.
So I was walking across, and he just like laid on the horn.
What am I doing wrong here?
I don't know.
Because I'm supposed to just jump up and pop right into that hole. Come on now.
But he like laid on the horn as though I wasn't going fast enough. And I just like stopped in the middle of the street and I was like, hit me! I don't have the will to live! And he just stopped and like looked on this guy's face.
There we go.
I was just like, go ahead. Come at me.
Come at me, brother.
It's all about timing with those jumps. Now I gotta find health.
Health.
Because it took me so many tries. Let's see here. How dare you yawn on my show?
I'm sorry.
Do I not entertain? Fuck.
It was
See, I'm dead. Is that funny?
It was lack of oxygen.
Don't you think we're funny?
Are you not entertained?
Is this not why you're here?
There are 3 reasons people yawn. They're tired, they're too warm,
Okay.
or they're lacking oxygen.
And you feel like right now is a combination of all 3.
No, I'm definitely lacking oxygen.
No.
Or I'm too warm. Because I am pretty warm.
Alrighty then.
It's a warm day.
Yeah,
It
is
should
a
not be as
surprisingly
warm.
warm day.
We're in the throes of fall and it's hot. I don't like that.
I mean, it changed to cold a little too quick for comfort. I'm like, whoa, we gotta ease it down.
It was like 90
at 5
degrees one
by
day,
5
and then it
degrees.
was just like, oh, not getting above 50.
Yeah. Robin Williams made this joke, but it's just like the weather's like Anne Hesh. I'm out. I'm in. I'm out.
I
80, 20, 60, 40.
I don't get the joke. I don't know who Anne Hesh is.
Anne Hesh was an actress from, I want to say, one of the newer Psycho movies, and she was in a couple other horror movies as well. But she, like, was out of the closet. No, she's not out of the closet. She's not. That's the joke. Coming out of the closet.
Oh, so she was like, I'm gay, I'm not gay?
Right.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm sure it was funny if I understood it.
Well, it's fine. If you're gonna kill a joke, at least repeat. Have something substantial to say. Don't just shoot it dead and be like,
I was giving it a moment of silence. But no, I was actually thinking, so I was going to say something and then I lost it. And then you said the joke and I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't get it.
oh, okay.
But then I was trying to remember what I was going to say.
Okay. Yeah, we were
And
talking
we all
about
know
weather.
how that is. Mm-hmm. Oh. With the weather like this, I mean, my allergies are bad enough. I can't keep doing hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. I'm going to die.
Well, like you were prescribed this non-drowsy medicine that you picked up.
It wasn't prescribed. It was recommended by my doctor for me to take sinus medication.
Okay.
And I've been taking it. And it does help, but it's like you take it every 4 hours, but it works for an hour and a half.
Okay.
So it's like,
And you took that shit before work.
oh my god, I made the mistake and I took the regular one,
Okay.
which is nighttime. Mm-hmm. I fell asleep standing at the register. I've never felt so awful in my entire life.
Well.
And but it was funny because like I knew you were gonna feel not necessarily neglected, but like kind of like huffy in a way of just like, we have stuff to do. And I just couldn't. And I like walked to the room and just like went to sleep.
Yeah.
And then I gave you one when your allergies were acting up.
Yeah.
And we were getting ready for bed. And you just died mid-sentence. I was like, imagine trying to stay awake.
No, nah. She's playing with...
Silence. Yeah, and I was just like, imagine trying to stay awake through that. Because it hits you hard, and you just don't realize that you're like, oh, I'm sleeping now.
Yeah. So one of the things we want to talk about is we're working towards a new upload schedule for Gaming Cats and Dogs.
So it's something that we are going to try.
Because
Test out.
out of all the years, this has been the year well, not this year, but the past year, starting Pupcorn, this was the most games I ever finished on a YouTube channel. So already I'm setting a record for myself, but I want to keep pushing towards completing more games in a year, because I was thinking, like, wow, like we only go through like one big game every year.
Yeah.
I got a lot of games.
But no, really. You're well over, what, 500-600 games? Easy. Considering everything that's like a digital game as well.
If we were like to count digital, then yeah, we'd be close to 500. Like,
So,
we got a lot of games.
A lot
to
of
play.
games.
And while we have a nice rhythm for the shorter games, like it seems to average like one game a month, the longer games are taking like close to a year, because we planned it all out. We record in advance, and we plan it all out to where they're going to hit in the slots, and we're just like, okay, for these games, it's fine. But for the longer games, it's like, wow, one a year. So we are going to be pushing towards more of a, and I hate to say this because like it's kind of the opposite of like what I want to aspire, but quantity over quality approach. And like,
and that's not going to be for everything. So it's just for like the longer RPGs that are taking, 20, 30 hours to play through.
Yeah.
Where they're going to be, 50, 60 parts that take an entire year to watch.
Yep.
Instead of, going through cleaning the audio and, making sure everything is really tight and pretty.
Yeah.
To
assembly line.
Not necessarily cleaning up the audio. So that means you might hear like our animals or the neighbors outside, because we do live in a city, so like there's often traffic or trains and planes and automobiles and people screaming at each other. So
we won't make it be obnoxious, because again, I can't do commentary if it's too obnoxious, but if there's like background noise, we're apologizing in advance.
It is just something that's going to happen, but that way we'll be able to possibly do an episode of the longer games every day.
Yeah, that's what we're
versus only
shooting
one a
for.
week.
Yeah.
And it's going to go through a trial period. It may or may not stick.
Yeah.
So.
I'd say like every 6 months, I want to make a tweak to our schedule in some way, just to test the waters and see how it goes. So we started this in like August, I want to say.
Yeah, I think so.
So
But
like
even
January,
this,
we'll start a different schedule
Yeah.
and see how that goes together. So yeah, we're gonna work out some kinks, but hey, so long as you enjoy the banter, which are the few comments we get, is just like, we just love your banter. It's like, hey, if you're just here for us and less of the game, there'll be no problem.
Yes. Well, even like the game, like you're still gonna get the game. It's just you might hear licking in the background because all of our animals seem to just need to lick themselves all the time.
Yeah.
Or like the neighbors, again, living in a city, they're in and out at all times.
We get
we've
frequent
recorded
trucks, motorcycles.
we've recorded in the morning and they're up late at night.
I think the only thing I still won't stand for is like boombox. Like if I can hear lyrics to someone's music, I'm like,
oh no, it's not even
we'll
like
reschedule.
Hearing the lyrics. Okay, so the city that we live in, there's one car, one car that comes through, and their bass is up so loud it shakes the house.
Yeah.
Like
mind you, it's an old house.
Yes. But things have like fallen off of my desk from the vibrations of their bass.
Okay.
In their car. And it drives me nuts. And I'm like, how are they not deaf? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a good bass. Yeah. I mean, I have the bass in my car turned up just because I like the bass.
Right.
But not that much.
Yeah.
Like,
But we also don't idle with the music blaring.
No. My car would overheat and die.
Good point.
Like, I have to shut my car off driving through a drive-thru.
Yeah, does it still do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it doesn't so much do it while I'm driving anymore, but like if I stay stopped for a long period of time, it'll overheat.
Look at all this.
Hashtag apparently 2014 is old for a car.
2014? Wow.
Yeah.
Then I have a fossil. Mine's 2012.
Well, I went from having like a 1987, and then
enough trophies.
I bought a 2014.
Just damn buttered.
Like new off the lot in 2014, but now it's just like, 100,000 miles, and apparently Chevy is just like, piece him out.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be Chevy.
Dude, Toyota all the way. The next time I get a new car, I want a Toyota.
Toyota? All right.
Like,
We did have that conversation of being like, if we can help it, we're going to avoid American-made cars.
yeah, it's just like, they just fall apart so easily. And, like, the parts, honestly, they're not expensive, but they're poorly made.
Okay.
Like, and I know, it's all about because, you know, we have to pay our employees living wages and blah, 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 blah. But if you're getting paid a living wage, make a decent product.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Whereas, like, half my car is plastic. You know, why am I paying
All right,
$20,000 for a piece of plastic?
Right.
It's just better quality.
Okay. I mean, I don't disagree. I'm going to be trying my hand. I've been trying different makers each time. I went from, like, Nissan, on Chevy. Next, I'll be like a Toyota or Ford. Maybe not Ford. Maybe not Ford. Maybe we'll skip Ford.
Like,
I got a cow.
I don't know, like, I had a Toyota,
man, don't
and it
have a
was
cow.
honestly, like, the best working car that I had.
Gotcha.
Like, it had its own issues, but it was a 1987, you know what I mean, being driven in 2010.
All right.
So,
All right, so here we go. The awards ceremony. In the next part, we're going to crash the ceremony. The real one this time. No more jokes. All right. Well, no, plenty of jokes. All right. We'll see you next time.
toodles!
Look who we've got here. I guess you found my little basement, eh?